All right, welcome to the Air J the Great podcast show. Got a special guest on the show today, hip hop artist PBE Pluto. How you doing?
I'm all good, all good.
Uh, That's what's up, man. For anybody that doesn't know who this artist is, we're gonna start off by playing one of his songs, and then we'll get into his whole story.
Big facts. Let's run it.
Yeah, that's a banger right there, boy.
Big facts. Stepping all around the country right
Right. So first off, man, just tell the people where you from and how old are you?
now. From Mobile, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? Like mentioned in my age, you can just go do your research. Just know I've done a lot of things. I've been through a lot. It's up.
Okay. Yeah, we both from Alabama, man. I'm from Birmingham.
Oh, for real? Yeah. Nah, we Alabama on the rise right now in the music. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
feel like it's our time, our motion that came. You know what I'm saying? We just got to start working together and tapping in with each other brains. Alabama like other cities do, but we actually got a lot of entities in the game.
yeah, absolutely. So, what's the first thing that come to your mind when you hear your hometown?
Um, just being proud, you know what I'm saying, and understanding how things used to be and how it is now. You know what I'm saying? Back in the days when I would say Alabama and go to different cities, people kind of frown upon it. But now, you know what I'm saying, they want to figure out anything that could be associated. Oh, I got a cousin in North Carolina. I'm like, it's like 10 hours away. It ain't nowhere near Alabama. It's closer than where you at, but it's like you feel me, like so it's a whole nother saga. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear my hometown, it just make me proud to know that we finally getting our way in our wave in the entertainment industry. You know what I'm saying? And getting the notoriety.
Yeah, absolutely, man. So,
Mhm.
take me back to your childhood, man. Anybody that ain't never been to Mobile, just kind of describe how it was growing up as a kid slash teenager.
Mhm.
The struggles you had to endure, and obstacles you had to overcome while you was in Mobile as a child, and also, describe you had a two-parent household, any siblings, things like that.
Okay, so coming up, you know what I'm saying? We went through a lot of hardships and struggles. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in a lot of low income houses and projects, but it ain't never stopped me. That was just the motivation to keep driving. You know, I'm proud of how I came up. I ain't tripping about it because you can drop me in the middle of the wilderness and I'm gonna figure my way out of it. So, you know, we we struggled, but that struggle really built a lot of character. Um, we didn't have a lot of gang related stuff going on back where I'm from. Back in the days, nowadays these little kids they make up their own gangs, names, ignorant stuff, but that's their thing. But we had a lot of neighborhood beef. So if you was from a certain neighborhood, you couldn't come to this neighborhood, or you know what I'm saying, be too much of association with certain things and people. You know what I'm saying, in certain neighborhoods. We moved around, did a lot of different things. You know what I'm saying. As kids, we actually would get on bikes and ride for miles and go to different things. Mobile originated as a Mardi Gras. So a lot of people think it originated in New Orleans, but it actually originated in Mobile, Alabama. It just got branded in New Orleans and was made a worldwide thing through New Orleans. But we enjoy going to Mardi Gras every year. Turning up and doing our thing with that setup, it's still a big thing in the city. Where hundreds of thousands of people come out, every year and celebrate and party, I'm saying, for 2 weeks straight. Um, you know, Childhood was kind of dope. Like I said, I saw the struggles, but I ain't really feel the struggle. You know what I'm saying? That makes a lot of sense. Like, I saw we were struggling, but like it ain't feel like it. We still made way and made do what we had to do. Now that me being grown, I see like, yeah, well, y'all was going through it. You know what I'm saying? Uh, yeah, it was a lot of different things. I grew up in the 3 to 4 bedroom houses. You know what I'm saying? 20, 25 people in one house. You know what I'm saying? We had them type of struggles. You had to find your a spot. in the bed. It ain't no having your own bed. You know what I'm saying? So, but like I said, it built character to help me become the man I am to this day. You feel me? Showed me a lot of things. If I ever had to go back to the struggle, see, I know what to do.
Oh yeah,
I
absolutely.
didn't grow up with a two-parent household. My dad was in the military. My mama just did what she had to do to make her thing work. You know what I'm saying? Um, so that's pretty much. I had the best of both worlds. I was able to see different angles. You know what I'm saying? I was in the project, but then when I go to my grandmother's house on my dad's side, in the summertime, I was able to see, kids have manners and do different things and talk about different stuff. You know what I'm saying? And you had rules. You had to be in at a certain time. You know, everything was laid out to where you had to follow directions and do stuff. And I was at home. I came in when I wanted to come in, did what I wanted to do. But that ain't make my mom a bad parent. She just grinding and we was, what I'm saying, product of our environment that we own. So, but I saw both worlds. So it helped me elevate and become, what I'm saying, the person I am and sharpen my mindset to where I can execute on any side.
Okay. So do you have any siblings?
Yeah, I'm the oldest of five on my mother's side. You know what I'm saying? I got three brothers and one sister on my mom's side, and I got two brothers on my dad's side. I'm the oldest of four on my dad's side.
Okay. So when you was a kid, man, like what type of activities was you into? Did you play any sports, any type of band, things like that?
Definitely was into sports, but I landed a spot as the main drummer in a band at the age of 10. You know what I'm saying? I was already making money at that time frame, building up from there. Yeah, so I was into both between sports and band and music stuff. So that would kind of shape me and guide me into the industry as I am today.
Okay. So as far as your immediate family and just people, your close friends around you, did you have anybody involved in the music business, or were you the first person to take that route?
I was the first word. Well, I had uncles and stuff that was into the band type setup of the music, but when it came to like hip hop and rapping and stuff like that, I was like the first one to really just take that route and really full fledged. And a lot of my family, they didn't believe in it. They didn't see the vision, but I let them keep looking at what they were looking at in their mind and did what I needed to do for me. You know, if I were to listen to them, I'd probably be somewhere trying to get a corporate job or something. You feel me? But I'm making a way, making a living. Now they want to be a part of it, see the movement and the motion. It's too late. We already rocking the ocean. Head to another boat.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So what would you say led you to doing music?
Man, it always been a passion, you know what I'm saying? And also, it's always been something I utilize to escape things that I was going through personally, you know what I'm saying? Situations, hardships and people crossing me out and, you know, things I was going through. I could create a record, you know what I'm saying, that lays out the situation without telling you who, what, or when, or where exactly what's going on, but I'm telling you what's going on. So when a person that notice about them, they know what's going on. But anybody else, I make my songs so open where anybody could insert their situation into it and feel like this record is about whatever they got. You know what I'm
Mm,
saying? But everything is derived from personal experience and situations.
okay. So who are some of your favorite music artists growing up, man? Who you like listening to?
I say like UGK, Boosie, Jeezy, yeah, around in that range.
Okay.
Gucci Man,
Okay. So where did you get your rap name from?
PBE Pluto. So PBE it stands for, it's just the acronym for Parker Boy Entertainment, which is my entertainment company. Parker is my last name. Um, Parker Boys was, I'm saying, the name that was given to my uncles on my mother's side. You feel me? Everybody knew them as the Parker Boys. You feel me? Anything we had going associated with our name, what I'm saying, they're gonna say them Parker Boys. So I just took the brand, what I'm saying, and turned it into something more positive and made it where people associate us with businesses and, what I'm saying, more positive things than what they would associate the brand and the name with back in the days. Pluto was something I was called since I was a baby. You know what I'm saying? This was the nickname I was given as an arm baby before I even knew what my real name was. So I always been called Pluto. This ain't something I just made up as a rapper. It ain't something I heard from somebody else. Put it in my brand. This was something that I actually had since a baby. This the name you know, I was called Pluto in school, and you know what I'm saying. In every aspect of my life, you know what I'm saying. People know me as Pluto.
Man, when I first heard your name, man, when I was talking to J Rock, when I first heard the name, when he said Pluto, I was like, man, that first, he got to be hard because that's just a unique name. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no way. You know what I'm saying? Because ain't too many people got like a name that stick out like that. A lot of people got the same name and then they just have something else after it. Like
Right, just
like
add it. Right,
everybody got the little and whatever, like little Corey or
right.
little whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Big facts. I totally understand that.
Take me back to the first time, man, when you went to a recording studio, recorded a song for the first time, man. Was it kind of easy for you to catch on at first, or was it kind of a rough patch for you to try to get a hang of it when you first started recording?
I first started like in the early stages. You know what I'm saying? My dad was trying to, be supportive of my music career. And he was practicing trying to make beats and stuff like that. Trying to practice recording. So I kind of was getting the recording side of it down pat at at an early age, probably around about say by sixth grade. So I was probably about 13, 12. You know what I'm saying? Somewhere in there. And, in the midst of that, that just helped me kind of get the hang of actually recording and stuff like that. But when I actually went in a real studio and was able to put down lyrics, it wasn't a hard task, but I couldn't just get my verses all the way through, like because I used to rap like with that high pitch, mystical type, what I'm saying, set up back then. But I was trying to find my sound, you know what I'm saying. So sometimes if I had to piece it in, I wouldn't. You could tell the difference because I ain't putting the same expression in there to blend it out. You know what I'm saying? To sound like I did this in one take. So it was a challenge trying to just figure out how I wanted to come with my sound. Until I actually found the sound. But
Okay.
that took years of practice and studio time and just knowing and understanding what I needed to do and trying to execute.
Yeah, absolutely. Are you more of a writer or a freestyler or a mixture of both?
Well, back in the days, I used to write down. I just go straight in the booth and just execute the records right off the head. You know what I'm saying? I don't. I'm not gonna say that I make the whole entire hooks or verses right in one take, but I don't write it. So I don't prepare it even when I do features or anything. I go in the booth right then. I don't even hear your record to the money in my head. That's what motivates me. You know what I'm saying? I got the check. We can go make some happen. You want to go out there talking with me, listen to 1,000 songs, pick which one. No, listen, you spending your money. You pick and send it to me. I don't care what it could be a song from Africa. I'm gonna get on there and rock out. You feel me? So it's the professionalism and the confidence level has gotten way higher than it used to be. So that's why I'm able to go in and just execute on records like that with no problem. I ain't going back in and saying I should have said this, that, whatever I said is what I said. And I get on the track and give you my feelings and thoughts that I felt that day. That's why I don't like to prepare records because however I feel, I want you to get that same feeling. You know what I'm saying? Right then, you write something, you on your feelings, and then the next day you feeling good. When you try to execute that record, you can't get that same, you know what I'm saying, energy that you had. So that's why my process is like it is now.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So you spoke on that goes into my next question. So you talked about your confidence level is at an
Uh-huh.
all-time high right now. So like in anything, whether it's music, playing sports, or anything, you got to build confidence in it. So at what point would you say, what time frame did you really say that you had the confidence to know that you really could pursue the music seriously?
Allah, you said what point? What?
At what point you knew you had the confidence to pursue the music seriously?
Um, Probably back in 2020 when 2019, 2020 when I went completely solo. Um, I was in a group with my little brother, and I was doing all the work of, I'm saying, networking and connecting the dots, and creating the situations, getting the shows, getting all the business and marketing side done. But he was coming up with all the hooks. And, it was I was just giving him a task so that he'll have something to do other than sitting at home. You know what I'm saying? Doing his thing. Nah, but come up with the records. So it made it easier for me. I could come right in and jump on records, but this it was all coming from his standpoint, so I would have to line things up to what he wanted to really rap. And when he decided, he wanted to do his own thing, then I knew like, okay, now I got to get in to come up with just me. So I booked a studio session. I ain't have a beat. I ain't have nothing. It was my first time trying this new process. No preparation. I was like, I'm just gonna get in the booth, whatever come out. And I went in there. I started freestyling, but I started making a beat to it. I went in there, dropped the hook, came up with the verse. I started putting this process in my mind. Like I can't come out of the booth until I finish this whole song. Like I don't care if I need some water, if I gotta use the restroom, whatever. Like this like jail right now. I can't get out until I get finished with it. When I challenged myself like that, I came up with a whole new style, a whole new, what I'm saying, movement. I'm yeah, okay. You feel me? When people heard it, they like, yeah, this it right there. Like people was able to let me know that I executed what I was trying to execute without me even telling them. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you found your sound and this one. This the sound you need to go with. This the you know what I'm saying? But sometimes take them challenges and that adversity to actually push yourself to get to that point. But I was comfortable with my brother coming up with records and me just getting in the booth and doing a verse. You know what I'm saying? Vice me having to come up with the whole song. Now my thought process gotta be different, you know. And I'm like, shit, I don't usually be picking up beats. I don't, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just come in and he got five, he'll send me five records. He done put hooks on. And I'm like, yeah, we're gonna do that one. And then, I get in the studio and knock my verse out right then. I already had the no writing set up, but I wasn't 100% confident. We were recording at the home studio, so you could play around at home. But you get in the studio where you spending your money, and you got people criticizing and critiquing you as you go. I was like, man, forget it. I went, my brother was engineering too, so when he decided to go his route, I was kind of upset. So I didn't want to record with him. Like, nah, I'm gonna go do my own thing. And I created a whole new sound out of myself, and I kept recreating that process. It just kept elevating from there. Everything started going up.
Okay, yeah, I can feel that. So
Uh-huh.
as far as your situations right now, are you signed to a label right now, or are you independent?
Nah, I'm 100% independent. I own my own label, which is PBE. Comfortable entertainment.
Okay.
Yeah.
So if a major label came with the right deal and it made sense, would you be open to signing to a major, or would you just stay with how you rocking right now?
Well, it all depend on the situation. It ain't really about the deal. It's more about the situation centered around it. You know what I'm saying? If I'm able to keep, you know, the rights to my name, my brand, and everything that I built on my own. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm building leverage. I ain't focusing on the deal. But if it came, you know what I'm saying, they had to be on the terms that I need to be on. And it'll be more like a partnership vice being a deal, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather take no money up front and we just, you know, work off investment and you invest in the product because I'm that confident in the product. You feel me? And we both are eat on the back end. But I gain more retainment of what I got going on, my rights and royalties and everything. So, we can rock it like that because I ain't tripping. Like I'm already getting the bag. Shit, some cities I'm picking up 8,500 a show already. Independent, doing 12 to 38 features a month. So we ain't really hurting for no check. It's just a matter of getting better marketing and promotion. But in the midst of that, we actually learning the game and we connecting with the people that's already dealing with the labels and the industry with what they got going. So it might be a better situation the way I'm going.
Okay. Do you have any distribution deals right now?
Nah, I mean, I'm in offer situation, but I ain't really focusing on that right now. You know what I'm saying? I get a distribution deal, they're gonna have to come with the marketing back it back it. Like we ain't just trying to distribute people. I can go do the same thing with distro kids. You know what I'm saying? What I can just be on the same platform under your brand, and you getting a percentage for what? Yeah, you might put me on more platforms. That mean that's more work I got to do.
Mm, yeah,
But if you coming with the marketing and the promotion and in the back and the push, like what I'm saying, you pushing me how you're pushing mainstream act, then yeah, we got something to talk about. But if it ain't that, I ain't finna do no distribution deal just to be on another platform or under somebody else's brand on a platform. Nah, we ain't going with that.
I could feel that. So take me back to the time when you dropped your first project, man, when people was able to hear your music for the first time, because it's different when you playing it for the homies and all the homies saying
Uh,
that you hard, but when you got people that you don't know coming up to you or commenting on your social media telling you that you hard, just tell me how the
right.
city was embracing you at the time when you dropped your first project.
Well, I can say, you know what I'm saying? To be honest with you, throughout my journey, I reinvented myself at least 3 times. You know what I'm saying? So I can speak on when it first happened. When I'm saying before me and my brother became a group, and I was tapped in with some more people, and you know, we was we released some records. People was retaining and taking on to the movement, but it started causing them to get the big heads. It started, what I'm saying? Like people overthink it. You know what I'm saying? And they forget, okay, but you're a good artist. You don't understand the marketing, the promotion, the movement, and the strategic setup that it goes. You know what I'm saying? That goes with it. And, all of a sudden they're listening to people that ain't making no investment. They're listening to people tell them, a lot of other things that don't make no sense with what's going on, but they're not taking in consideration. Bro, you don't know what you're talking about or what you're doing. Like, I'm setting this stuff up. I'm moving the needle, and they start thinking like, you know, I could do this. It's my music that's doing it. Like, right, you got to understand it's 10% talent, 90% business, marketing, and promotion. The music ain't nothing. It's good music, but without it's basically having a Bentley without an engine. The car can be beautiful. It can have the best paint job, the best rims, everything. But if it ain't got no engine, it ain't going on. Now somebody might push it or bump it and make you feel like you rolling and you going, but you ain't going nowhere fast. You feel me? So That's how the music industry kind of pan out. It was a good embracement during that thing, but it caused a lot of conflict too. You know what I'm saying? And when people try to branch out, do their own thing, they start realizing real quick the vitalness of having an engine, no matter what type of vehicle it is. A Toyota Corolla that's got an engine in it don't get you farther than a Bentley with no engine. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? Then, I started in a solo motion, you know what I'm saying? And I did a record with a cat, R&B cat, try to, come with a different style. I was still rapping, but just trying to do like some rap R&B type stuff. And it started taking off again motion. Same thing. Every time, you know what I'm saying, people start getting too ahead of themselves. They see one thing going on in this city or that city, or they embrace it like this. But, oh, we made it. Nah, we got more work to do. We got to get everybody to feel it. Then listen, they go to moving funny. Don't move out your way. Then, I went from that to doing my thing with my brother. And we started getting booked at even more. It was like every time it was bigger every time. You know what I'm saying? We started getting booked all around the country. We was out in New York. We doing this, that. A lot of motion. Same thing. The vultures coming in, right? If it weren't for you, this wouldn't be going on. You giving your brother the movement, but he making all the decisions. You need to do your own thing. What? You don't even know how to tie your shoe by yourself, man. How is you listening to these people that not put nothing into your brand? They only they only coming to you because they see the motion. They weren't coming when you ain't had nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? A year ago, you ain't had none of these people saying nothing to you. But you get over here, you get the motion, you get the promotion, you get the marketing and the setup, and you start elevating. Now you want to make decisions. Like, bro, just make the music like you've been doing. Like, you don't know what you're talking about. You want to drop a mixtape every week. You want, man, what are you, bro? You think music is just getting it? It costs money to record records. You know what I'm saying? You gotta. It takes time to get it registered and do all the paperwork, documentation. Like, we ain't just dropping stuff just to be dropping. My fans wanna hear this and wanna hear that. Bro, you can't call two people that then downloaded your record. You talking about you got fans. What are you talking about? None of these people that's talking to you has have your record downloaded and they paid for it. They might have heard it. They ain't downloading it. They ain't put no money in your pocket, man. And I remember a conversation I had with my brother before we reported as a group. And I told he was mad because he wanted to do another project. I'm like, it don't make sense. We need to just promote what we got, bro. It costs money. You ain't putting up no money. You want me to invest in another project and listen to what you trying to tell me out of, like, you can do whatever you want to do out of your pocket. You want it to come out of mine. So if it's coming out of my pocket, I got something to say about it. And I know it's ignorant because I know you listening to people that don't know what they're talking about. They want to hear more music, but they ain't supporting your shows. They want to hear more music, but they ain't downloading what you already got. You know what I'm saying? I told him if he could find two people that had his record downloaded, that I would pay for the whole mixtape. Man, call like 10 people, not one of them for sure.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? But all these same people telling you what you need to do in your career, you know. So it became too much conflict and tug of war. Because, like I said, the more shows we did, the more elevation that was going on, the more he started pulling into, we need to do this. We need, like, no, bro, you need to stick with what's working. You come up with the hooks. I get in here, I put a verse, you put a verse. I help you with your verse, however we do it. And I get into these promoters and these, I have the relationships. I have the connections. I got the budget. You know what I'm saying? Let me do what I'm doing. You gotta stop listening to people in the street. When you start messing up relationships, radio stations. And I can remember one time we were live on the air in Birmingham. You know, he actually got into an argument with his baby mama on the phone while we on the air. Ain't been able to go back to that radio station again. You know what I'm saying? Like it started becoming too much extra stuff. And then he, as much as I was trying to lead him to the water, he just finally just was like, bro, I want to do my own thing. I said, okay. And I left it at that. But this run, this go around, this whole movie, this motion, and I created that my own thing, and I'm the only person that got the season to say something. Man, it's stuff going crazy, crazy. Because I know and understand. I just been trying to put other people in the door and help them get in because I understood what they needed, but they ain't want to see it. So now that it's just me, my moving and my motion, everything been a real ocean. You know what I'm saying? I'm booked every week. I'm all over the country. You
Yeah, man, and that whole situation you just described, man, it takes me back to an interview that
know?
that with Yo Gotti, man. Yo Gotti said one of the realest things, and this could fit your situation that you just told me, well, your previous
Uh-huh.
situation that you had in the past. But um he was like, a lot of people always want to be the boss, but they don't know how to be a good soldier yet.
Facts.
Because
Facts.
he was like, when you're a boss, you gotta know how to play every position. He was like, sometimes he said, yeah, I might be the boss, but you like some days I might have to play security, some days I might have to be
Right.
a manager, some days I have to do this. He said you gotta have multiple facets, you know what I'm saying? And like
Facts.
our situation, you know, if he would have just learned how to follow until he got into a position to where he could have
Uh-huh.
branched off and became a leader, then everything
Facts.
would have been straight, but egos, pride, and
And
listen,
listening to the wrong people.
that ain't got your best interest because they ain't gonna give you a
Facts.
dollar if you fall down. You know what I'm saying?
What you say.
So,
And you got to think about the reason why they even tell you something. They ain't stunning you when you don't have no motion. When you got motion, now they got so much influence on what you should be doing. It's like you got some money on this, you putting up some time and energy to do anything. No. So I mean, why would I listen to you? Now I understand. I hear you out because I might could take something of value out of the conversation, but I'm not gonna just go do what you talking about doing, and you ain't putting nothing into this brand, anything, nothing but running your mouth. When
nah,
I already got a vision on what I'm trying to do, and the way that I know I'm executing when I'm executing is when people tell me, "Hey, you found this. Hey, you did this," and I'm knowing in my mind I never told this person this what I was trying to do, but they let me know that's what's going on. So that's how I know I'm executing the right thing and I'm painting the vision out. Like a puzzle don't get put together after you put one piece on there. You got to put multiple pieces. Sometimes it could take you hours. It could take you days, depending on what type of puzzle it is. It might take weeks. You know what I'm saying? How small the pieces, you know, and you got to put all the pieces together correctly, to see the big picture.
yeah, absolutely.
But some people see part of the picture, then they start telling you, "Hey man, you need to start working on the top corner." Like, bro, you done got the whole bottom half did. They won't tell you how you going to go about executing it now. But when it was just a million pieces right here, you ain't want to tell me nothing. So let me go with the vision. I'm going with this the easiest route for me to
Yeah, absolutely.
do.
So, Mobile, man, tell me about the music scene in Mobile. Like, how's the music scene down there, and describe how the artists, collab with each other down there. Like, what's the
I ain't
environment?
gonna lie with the mobile industry, like it's definitely on the rise. A lot of we got a lot of artists in the game. I mean, we got nearly probably 15 that signed out of Mobile alone. And a
Mm,
lot of people don't even be knowing it because they don't step, they don't. brand the fact that they from Mobile. A lot of people associate them with who they signed to or who they, affiliated with. So they think that they from Atlanta, or Louisiana, and all these other places, but they really out of Mobile, Alabama. You know what I'm saying? In addition to that, it's not a lot of unity. You know what I'm saying? It's more competition than it is anything. And the more sadder part, we got so much talent. We got a lot of independent artists on the rise, but they in competition with each other. So it's like y'all gonna keep pulling each other down. Y'all ain't gonna never elevate as soon as one get a little motion, the other one start hating. So they might have been supporting the whole time till you got to that point now. And sometimes, some of them get the big hit. But you got platforms that's constantly keeping them in competition. You know what I'm saying? Hey, come compete for this. Come compete for that. No, bro. Just come and showcase your craft and build a fan base, network. Y'all support each other. Y'all follow each other. Y'all, this one got to show everybody show up. That one got to show everybody show up. You know what I'm saying? Why y'all got to compete? Because when y'all compete, although you might have a great record, these people sitting down because they don't want to stand up and clap for you to make you look like you did better than them, even though you did better. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to learn from each other. Oh, Buddy got crowd control. What if I took a little bit out of what he do, but I do it in my own way? Buddy got energy on the stage. I might need to, get a little bit more crumpet so I can keep the people entertained. Buddy got, what I'm saying? So they don't look at it like we on the same mission. They look at it like, I gotta be better than you, and it's like it don't matter. Like, what are you competing to be? You're trying to win the best of Mobile when you ain't even getting your record played in the regular club. Like, what you competing for? Your competition is the DJs that ain't playing your record. Your competition is your people that ain't abreast of your music. You know what I'm saying? I tell an artist, you got a lot of more work to do. If you can't walk in every club and walk straight around the line because they respect your brand and they know who you is and they know what you got going on, then you got some more work. You know what I'm saying? Especially locally. But you got to focus outside the market and you got to understand what is your focus. Your focus is not to beat out the best open mic artists. Your focus is to network with them, connect with the people that can help spread your brand even more. You know what I'm saying? Get out there and start going to these other spots where, the regular people don't come to the open mics. You know what I'm saying? Get to the regular clubs and start networking with the DJs to help spread your records and your brand. And if they ain't receptive to it, go to the next city, go to the next market. You know what I'm saying? Like they say, you could buy a bottle of water for 50 cents, but then you can also take that same bottle of water and buy it in the club for $3. You could take that same bottle of water and buy it on the airplane for $6. It's the same water, but the value just changed in the location. You know what I'm saying? So it depends on your location, your value. You might be worth 0 cents in your city, but you go to the next city, they'll give you 3,500. They messing with everything you got going. Then you go to the next city, they give you 8,500. Then you go to this next city, you got 15 features at 15, $2,500 a piece. You know what I'm saying? You just made 30,000 plus just off the fact that you in a different location. So, you know, the music industry is just so much tug of war down there, but we got so much talent and so many people in the door that could possibly, you know what I'm saying? I don't know everybody's situation, but there's certain people that could possibly help get, a lot of these artists some recognition. I ain't saying you could put them on because you can't put nobody on, but you can actually bring some awareness to their brand. They drop a video, share the video. I mean, I know you mainstream and all that, but that just I don't understand what it's gonna hurt your brand. Or create a setup where you say, well, it's 300 if you want me to post your video. I understand that's business, you know what I'm saying? But create a platform where these artists could get some recognition where you ain't gotta feel like you're doing it for free. Because if you do, You're gonna have a million people inbox you talking about, hey bro, share my video. Nah, it's 500 for just like y'all go play say cheese and all these people. You could pay your local artist that's popping out your city to share your brand and do this and that. But they got to create a business to make it where it's even possible. You know what I'm saying? Or y'all create a whole group and y'all say, look, this is what we gonna do. It's 15 of us in the game. We're gonna charge 1,500. We're gonna do packages. If you want everybody to post your video at the same time on all our platforms, then it's gonna cost you this, and then we're gonna bust it down like this. If you want, you could pick per artist. You could pick per like somebody got to create a system where you got to be able to touch them to understand. You know what I'm saying? How this could actually work and how that will help build the brands of so many artists. You feel me? That are serious about their craft. But they got to understand this music industry is not just rapping. It's not just singing. This is a business. So you got to promote your business. You got to have a budget. It's not free. It's not no just hit up nobody and they just gonna do it for you. But if people don't want people to feel like they don't want to give back, then create a company. Create a way for people to actually be able to, okay, if I want to perform with Young Blue, it's gonna cost me this much to get on the show. He gonna bring me out. He only got one slot. You know what I'm saying? He gonna do my hottest record, but it's gonna cost 5 grand. You know what I'm saying? If you want that situation, you'll pay it. You know what I'm saying? But it's got to be an option. And then guess who become the mogul in the game? Now the label's looking at how you move, how you making things happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, dang, you bringing an independent artist out at every show and putting them in front of thousands of people. You feel me? If that artist smart enough, he know how to go get the bag. He gonna bring merch. He gonna bring all type of stuff to retain these people and make his money back. But it's got to be a system. You got to create a system off your platform. It's not just music. Everything that you build out the music, you know what I'm saying, can help elevate your brand forever and elevate other people's brand. But you can make money off it too. Or you can lead this as a way to pay your security, pay your, you know what I'm saying, your team. And what you making this sky's free money. The money I'm paying them out of it coming out. Somebody sitting here watching the DMs and somebody saying, hey, yeah, I want you to share my stuff, you know what I'm saying, for 24 hours or 3 days or whatever. You know what I'm saying? You got somebody working that. And that money is paying your security, is paying for your hotel, is paying for whatever extra that you have to pay out of your budget. You know what I'm saying? When you going to do shows or doing events and stuff. This a whole other income.
Right.
But you gotta understand, everybody ain't business. Some people just rapping artists. So, not to elaborate too much, I know I kind of went all out of context.
But yeah,
I
they
like to drop jewels.
yeah, absolutely. But that goes into just, even the artist that's just artists, ain't nothing wrong with just being just an artist, but you gotta be honest with yourself to know, hey, I might not be business savvy. So when I do get in position and I start getting a buzz, I need to make sure I
Uh,
got people around me that's genuine and that are busy savvy to pick up in the
right,
area I lack so I can just focus on the music. You know what I'm saying?
fact.
So
That's a fact.
so also as far as artists, man, who you want to work with in the future, man, that you ain't worked with yet?
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Ain't really nobody that I just want to work with. I just want to tap in with whoever going to tap in with me. I like it to be kind of more organic. Well, that we meet at the same place or the same, we introduce to each other. You know what I'm saying? I tap into your energy, your vibe, what it real. You know what I'm saying? Because so many people just social media and industry plants. So they got a whole nother. You don't even want to be around them 'cause they think ignorant. They ain't even. You feel me? But they got to do what they got to do for their craft. I ain't trying to be a part of that. I wanted to be a genuine situation. We link, you see the value, we tap in. You know what I'm saying? If it's a monetary situation, then we make that work. But you understanding what I'm trying to do. Like I ain't trying to just tap in on no feature for nobody just to say I got a feature with you. Like, if I get a feature with you, bro, this needs to be something that you actually gonna put some. I ain't saying put your money, but like you gonna share it, you gonna promote it, you gonna let the people know, yeah, we locked in. Like, oh, you just pay me for a feature, then you go do all the work. If that's the case, I'm gonna spend that money on my own marketing and promotion.
Right.
So, I just rather an organic situation. I don't idolize people, so if it happened, it happened. I just let God do his thing.
Absolutely, man. So,
Uh-huh.
for all your fans and supporters out there, man, just kind of list some things that you like doing in your spare time when you're not doing music.
Um, I like to. Well, I travel all the time, so that's a part of the emotion. But, it's like you getting a two for one. You're gonna be out the city and be in different cities and experiencing different things. But in addition to that, I like to do like boats and yacht parties and recreational stuff like jet skiing, parasailing, put golfing. So I like to go to what is called Top Golf. You know what I'm saying?
Man, I love Top Golf, man. I went there for
Yeah,
my
like
birthday.
you know what I'm saying. Like I like to just do different stuff that could bring people together. You know, when I don't like watching TV. When people come to visit me, like I want to play board games. You know what I'm saying? Let's shoot pool. Let's like do something. You know what I'm saying? Instead of sitting here watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Beanbag toss or something like. So I'm on that type of time. Let's really have fun, not just. I don't play video games, and I ain't big on watching TV. So I like to create that moment where we got to keep something going the whole time. Or we sitting here bored and like we talking. You know what I'm saying? So I'm that type of person. Let's play cards. Let's shoot dice. I don't care. Let's just do something.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So,
Uh-huh.
what's your short and long term goals, man? What you want to accomplish?
Man, I ain't gonna lie. I don't even make short or long term goals. I just want to accomplish the mission that God got for me. You know what I'm saying? I'm just a willing vessel. I fall short of the glory of God every day, willingly, knowingly, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, He know my heart. I just want to do whatever He got for me to do. You feel me? However it come, it don't matter what it look like to the next man. It can be negative to you, but if that's what God want me to do, that's what I'm trying to do. So, I'm just going. You know, I don't see myself with longevity as an artist. I just want to get in the door and get the platform to show people how to capitalize off it and create a platform to where I never go broke again. My family never go broke. And anybody that's associated with me. And this platform will be to help elevate and motivate and put people in position that deserve it. There's a lot of people that ain't never made it to the position they deserve because people run out popularity and hype for the moment. You know what I'm saying? And some people just ain't into that, but they got the work ethic and the grind for whatever they need to be at. So I want to tap in and put them type of people in a position because sometimes certain positions people want to put people in certain positions, but it don't work. I want to know where your strong points at, so I can put you there and put you where you want. Doing something you love to do every day, Vice. Doing something you got to do for a paycheck. You feel me?
Right.
So that's the biggest thing with it. That that would be my long term and short term.
That's what's up. So, as far as 2023, man, just list some things that you got coming up, projects, features, or anything, you know what I'm saying, as for 2023.
Definitely a lot of shows. We hit the ground running heavy. You know what I'm saying? This is the 16th day of 2023. We already been on the road 10 days straight. You know what I'm saying? A lot of shows, and really just tapped into, the mainstream features, but a lot of independent artist features. You know what I'm saying? I had did a deal back in December where there was a certain amount to be locked in at that amount. You know what I'm saying? As a deposit, you had up to 3 months to, do the rest, and you could get it at a way discounted rate. You know, I got some things that I'm associating with, like some yacht parties and stuff coming up. Saying that I'm tapping in with different people on Miami, New Orleans. Um, Also some lavish trips and stuff and experiences that you wouldn't normally get. You feel me? So you got to tap in. I'm working on a liquor brand, um, my own liquor. I'm already sponsored by liquor companies, but I'm working on my own actual liquor brand. Um, let me see. I got a lot of records. I got enough records in 2025, but it's just a matter of the time and the dropping. So I'm gonna be coming with some more records, stuff like that. But right now we're dropping the 50 ball everywhere. We got 50 ball going crazy. So also gearing up to do 50 ball video, at least at some point of the year. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully closer to the summer. Um, yeah, that's pretty much what I can think of. Everything else, like I don't try to plan too much. I just let things happen. So, I might be saying this today and tomorrow I done got some more greater news. You know what I'm saying? So we can't never dictate what's gonna happen. We just go with the flow.
Absolutely, man. That's exactly how I am. So,
Mm.
uh, I just started asking all my guests this question, man. I look at this question as a legacy question. So, how do you want people to perceive you?
Um, I want people to perceive me as a motivator, um, a person that showing them that it's possible. It don't matter where you came from, what you had going on in your lifestyle. You can always make a turnaround and do something different. You know what I'm saying? I want people to utilize my life and my story to see that it is possible. You know, so that's basically what I want people to perceive me as, a person that can motivate them to see that they can do anything they want to do in life.
That's what's up. So, give me your hip hop Mount Rushmore, man. Give me your top five hip hop Mount Rushmore.
I don't really. Everybody in my top five that's successful. You know what I'm saying? But if I just had to choose some people, um, I would go with Yo Gotti. You know what I'm saying? A lot of you know influences in the Yo Gotti situation from the research and things that I know of from him. We got a lot of things in common. You know what I'm saying? From his mama being in prison before my mama been in prison. Like, it's a lot of things that line up and his motive and morals that he got with the music industry, how he utilized his platform to build other people. Um, let's say also Gucci, Jeezy, I mess with Rouse too. You know what I'm saying? So who that? Gotti, Gucci, Jeezy, Ross. I don't know, Lil Baby or something. On the bag. It's so many. Like I said, they don't want like to do no top five. It's just everybody that's successful in this industry.
Oh, absolutely. But
Yeah.
you would say, well, I get from that Yo Gotti resonates with you more than a lot more of those other artists.
Right. Yeah. And it just due to the things that I've seen, you know what I'm saying, shown in his brand and his and the way he moves, you know what I'm saying, what he got
Yeah, absolutely, man. It was like Yo Gotti was just going crazy,
going on.
with the singles and the projects he was putting out. And then he just did like a pivot and just went crazy on the boss
Right.
level. I just
And,
started other
it's
artists.
like you could tell he been a boss because, he understood that he had to put budget up. You know what I'm saying? Whether he put his own budget or had somebody invest, however he had it going, he put it into himself and start building himself up even more. creating leverage, create, I'm saying, the path. Like, I seen the elevation, I'm saying. I seen the things he tried to do with other people, I'm saying, when he had the Snooty Wilds and, I'm saying, those people. But then he changed the formula when he got Black Youngster, I'm saying. And then it was a whole another angle, I'm saying. He took people like Black Youngster who ain't have no buzz, no, I'm saying, no real emotion, and made an industry person out. You know what I'm saying? Like, and once he found that formula, I just see it being recreated. Money Bag, you know, Block Boy, Mozzie, Glorilla. You know what I'm saying? So he impacted some people's lives and careers. Each one of them impacted people's lives and creating jobs for other people. You know what I'm saying? So he's responsible for a lot of stuff. And that's the type of movement, motion I'm on. You know what I'm saying? Like creating a platform where you can just continuously build and make people bosses. You know what I'm saying? He built them up, get them where they need to be, and then get them a bigger situation.
Yeah, that's
He
what's
ain't. I don't see him just keeping his foot on him. Nah, you just got to stay on the beat. Which he still probably get a piece of the situation. He getting them, getting them a lot of leverage and utilizing his platform to do so.
oh yeah. Yeah, absolutely, man. That's what it's all about, man. You gotta want to see other people, be bosses too. You don't want to just keep people at a certain level and stunt their
Right.
growth. You want them to be able to function at their full capabilities.
Uh-huh.
So
Big facts.
so closing remarks, man. Any last things you want to say to the people and let people know how to find you on social media and things like that.
Like I said, man, keep grinding, keep pushing. Don't worry about everybody who ain't a part of your movement. Focus on the people that is. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's 10 people out of 100, focus on the 10. Focus on who's supporting you and promoting you right now. You know what I'm saying? Zone in to that. You got to do what you got to do. Your vision is your vision. What you see for you and what somebody else see for you could be two totally different things. And just because they ride with you don't mean they ride for you. You know what I'm saying? So you got to, everybody ain't in the best of their interest. You can find me on all platforms on the PBE Pluto. That's P as in Paul, B as in boy, E as in Echo, Pluto like the planet. It's up.
Oh yeah, absolutely, man. I appreciate you coming on the podcast, man. And I drop every Monday at midnight, and I'll just give you a little background about myself. I'm 29. I just turned 29 2 weeks ago, but I just
Uh,
I got out the military 2 years ago. I was in the military for 8 years. Got medically
uh,
retired. I did everything that you could think of in the military. I was special operations, been to Afghanistan twice, jumped out of
uh,
airplanes, rappel out of helicopters. I was doing security for a couple rappers. I know Vori. Me and Vori's
uh,
really cool. I was his bodyguard for a minute, and a couple other people. And I started a podcast in April of 2020, 2 months before I got out the military. And I started doing audios, and then it started to take off recently in
right.
2021 when I started to be more consistent with it instead of dropping an episode once a month, dropping one every.
Yeah.
So started doing visuals too, because I was doing audio, just audio. So
Uh-huh.
the reason I started a podcast was because I feel like among people, and
Uh,
especially among minorities, I'm real big on mental health just because I had to
right.
overcome a lot of mental health obstacles in the military as far as losing people close to me in Afghanistan and comeback situations. So I
Right.
felt like there was a need for people in general, and especially among minorities, for us to
Uh,
uh, talk as amongst each other and to have healthy dialogue to know that, just because this person might be a millionaire and this person might be a middle class person, that people go through similar things, to know that you can get
right.
insurance in yourself, to know, hey, just because this dude make whatever so much a year and he's successful,
uh,
don't mean that he's not going through the same thing you going through. You know, he might still go home and still might cry to himself or be sad
right,
because he deal with certain family issues or whatever, you
right.
know.
It
And
could be something that happened when they was a kid.
yep.
So and a lot of people don't know a lot of folks be going through post traumatic stress, you know what I'm saying, all the time, dealing with things that we may not know about. I also been in the military too. Um, I was in the Navy.
Oh, that's what's
So
up.
I understand a lot of what you're talking about. A lot of people understand, you know what I'm saying, the traumatic experiences and being able to function on a higher level and still be able to handle the business knowing the trauma you went through. So yeah, I totally understand the same thing. So we're in the same boat, you know, from some aspects also.
Oh yeah. Absolutely, man. And there's something that I just grew a passion for, just talking to people. I don't just do interviews too. I talk about real stuff. So some of my biggest episodes came about
Uh-huh.
when I was talking about police brutality and should you kick your kids out at 18 years old,
Right,
50 in relationships, child support. Yeah, I like to talk about things that I know people gonna come across at some point in their
right,
life. You know what I'm saying?
right. That's psychological thing, you know what I'm saying? Something that's going to inflict something onto a person's brain.
Yeah, absolutely. But anytime you want to come on the podcast, man, you hit me up anytime. You got my
Uh,
number. I
right,
do I record multiple times a week. A lot of my episodes be coming randomly. Like I had somebody hit my inbox and be like, "Hey, I'm trying to get on," and then
right,
I'll record. And so, it's getting to the point now where I think I should be getting a phone call by some sponsors or something soon. So hopefully,
yeah.
what I'm saying. So hopefully that will happen soon, because my
Mm.
platform is growing here pretty steadily. So
It's hard. We definitely gonna tap in, man. I got you locked. We gonna get it in. Got to get ready to get myself together. I gotta go perform in a little minute. So, you know, I'm up in the ATL right now. Gonna go up.
oh yeah, absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm gonna have to I ain't been to Atlanta in a while, man. I'm gonna have to come down there.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
shit is up. We gonna tap in.
Oh yeah. But
All
yeah,
right.
this wraps up another episode of Eric J the Great Podcast. I need everybody to go tap in with PBE Pluto on all streaming platforms. Go stream his music. And
Right.
y'all know my message, man. And I'm gonna keep saying it until y'all get tired of hearing it. We big on supporting the people that got billion-dollar machines behind them, and
Thanks.
we're gonna hear their music whether we like it or not because it's too much money.
Thanks.
But we need to normalize touching the people and supporting the people that you can see in Kroger when
Right.
you're gonna see little baby or Drake in Kroger or or
At
Jordan
all.
at the gas station. You know what I'm saying? So you need to normalize supporting the people that do the Christmas giveaways in the hood that
Uh,
might have bought your kids some in Foot Locker, just showing backpack giveaways. People that you
right.
can physically touch. We get too caught up in the social media supporting people, and it's not wrong with supporting people that you might not know personally or that's successful, but we have to support people that's successful but still striving to get on the level that they're on too. Because
Right.
um, a lot of people get caught up in the just supporting just the popular people, and we got to get out of the norm of doing that.
Thanks. Thanks.
But yeah, man, I support everything you got going on, man, and you have a good night, man, and
Yes, sir.
everybody stay tuned to what PBU Pluto got going, man. Real dope artist, real dope
Big
individual,
facts.
and everybody go follow him on Instagram and go support his YouTube channel. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel.
Yep. It's official.
All right, man. We got have a good one, bro.
All right. Thanks.
Yeah.